Welcome everyone to the stream. Today is day 3 of becoming a full stack developer in 8 months. So as you can see, guys, we're quite ahead. We're not where we left off yesterday, and that is because I had another working session yesterday. After the stream, after work, I sat down for another 5 hours and got done with the DOM manipulation. I read through it all, so now I'm on the revisiting rock paper scissors app from the Odin project, and it's getting really crazy. I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on, but what I did is basically I did a new branch from the original rock paper scissors game that I did. And this one, for this one, they suggested we make an UI. Now I've went a bit further. I went a bit further and decided to not only make a UI but make it 3D. So I picked up 3JS and I've been reading the documentation and how to do it exactly. Turns out they have a pretty good documentation, so it's really not that complicated to understand. And this is how far I've gotten. As you can see, when you save it, it refreshes, and this is basically the hand for the rock paper scissors, one of the hands at least. This is for the computer, and currently I want to be able to rig the bones so it can actually retract into a fist when it chooses rock and so on. And I need to make all of these movements into their separate functions, so whenever the computer chooses rock, for example, it needs to retract. When the computer chooses paper, it needs to turn, and when it chooses scissors, only the two fingers need to be like that. And when I don't know this model from Sketchfab, so whenever I'm done, actually, as you can see, one of the fingers is moved a little bit. That's because I'm trying to access the bones individually and make it into a separate function. I'm going to write a little to do probably. And I need to organize this code a little bit because it's a mess. But maybe somewhere around here or at the top of the document I can write a little to do. Which is going to be know what index each bone is, because I didn't make the model myself. I downloaded it and all the bone names are kind of random, and right now I don't have Blender or any software that I can rename the bones, so they're kind of random at the moment. Before that, I want to change the for and wow color because they're bothering me right now. Make a function to make a fist. Make a function to make paper sign. make a function to make a scissors sign, and I also want to make a function before it shows its sign. I want it to do kind of like that. So like you say, rock paper scissors, 1 2 3, and then on 3 I wanted to display the sign. So make the shake function so when we're done with that, I want to find out how to attach computer choice to the functions to show choice. I want to clone the hand to use it as player hand. I want to be able to enter input myself. Be able to play around, but before that I need to make the buttons to choose rock, paper or scissors. Be able to play around and then track the score. Add text about who's winning. I believe before I do most of this stuff I need to adjust the light, because as you can see right now the whole hand is lit without any shadows, and it's kind of hard to guess if a finger is bent from this angle. And what I'm actually using light new, it's an ambient light that I'm using. So I'll check this out before, maybe right here, right in the beginning, because it's important to be able to see which finger is bent. So add a light and shadows. Alright, so we have quite a bit of a to-do list. I'm really excited. I'm using the documentation, I'm using ChatGPT and YouTube videos to understand how everything is working. And the first thing is to change the floor and wall covers. So for this I'm going to pick I'm going to go to Google Cover Picker and find like an off-white cover. So probably like this for the floor. What is it? This is the floor, okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, and a bit lighter for the wall. Sorry, my voice is kind of gone. I'll pick this color and it's going to be for the wall. Okay, so this is looking a little bit better. Maybe I can do them the other way around. I can use this one for the wall. Or do it kind of bluish again, because the hand is blue. And something like this, maybe. Let's just try it, see how it fits. I'll place it on the wall. A bit more neutral. So something like that. A bit more. Okay, this should be good now. And for the floor the same, but darker. This is kind of good. Okay. Maybe I could do him even lighter. Like that. And this for the floor. Let's see. Okay, I like it. I'll leave it like that for now. So this is one thing done and off of the to-do list. Now let's see the types of light sources we have available. It should be somewhere around here. Lights. Or just Control F, light. Alright, so we've gotten, I think, an ambient light in our scene. What is it? Yeah, ambient light. And I added it yesterday, I think, from a tutorial or something. This light cannot be used to cast shadows as it does not have a direction, so this is not good for our case. Let me just see what happens if I comment it. Alright. So it doesn't light up the object at all. Let's see what light we actually need to use. Directional light is a light that gets emitted in a specific direction. This light will behave as though it's infinitely far away and the rays produced from it are all parallel. The common use case for this is to simulate daylight. The sun is enough away that its position can be considered to be infinite and all light rays coming from it are parallel. This light can cast shadows. Okay, so maybe this one we can use. There is hemisphere light, cannot be used to cast shadows, we don't need it. This is like a base class for all lights. As I can see, light probes. I didn't really understand it. Point light. This can cast shadows as well. Spotlight. I'm not sure which one, but I think I'm going to use the directional light because it's the easiest to set up, as I can see. And I'm going to add the directional light shadow. I'm going to read through that as well. I forgot to start a Pomodoro, so I'll start Pomodoro now. Alright, so let's try to add this directional light. A note about position, target and rotation. A common point of confusion for directional light is that setting the rotation has no effect. This is because 3GS directional light has the equivalent to what is called target direct light in other applications. This means that its direction is calculated as pointing from the light's position to the target's position. The reason for this is to allow the light to cast shadows. The shadow camera needs a position to calculate shadows from. Okay. See the target property below for details on updating the target. And when we add this shadow, we just add a constant variable with its name, new directional light, the color of the light, and the intensity shining from the top. So let's just try to add this one. We can call it the same name. Or have we used light anywhere else? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I guess we could just call it directional light. Okay. Let's save it. Right. So now we've got some shadows, at least on the object itself. What happens if I bump up the intensity to 1? Nothing much. I'm not sure if it's doing anything. Yes, but I think the light is at the center of the scene, so as you can see, this part is more illuminated. If I do 5, maybe. Yeah. So I'm not really sure where the light is. I'll do 3 as of right now, and let's check the directional light shadows. It's not this one. Yeah. So this is used internally by directional lights for calculating shadows. Unlike other shadow classes, this uses an orthographic camera to calculate the shadows rather than a perspective camera. This is because light rays from a directional light are parallel. I'm going to sneeze. Alright, so in the code example, what they're doing, they're adding a renderer, and a renderer show map enabled is true, so create a web geo renderer and turn on shadows in the renderer. Alright, mine is also called renderer, so I can also add them both. But yeah, I'm still not sure what that does. Let's find the renderer. There you go. I think I was muted the whole time. I'm not sure. So I'm going to let these stay for now, but I'll have one in mind, and probably I don't need them. We'll see. Can I do something like, can I comment them and then go into the console, refresh this one and type renderer dot shadow map dot enabled renderer is not defined. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to uncomment it, and later I'll see if it makes any difference. Then they use a directional light, as I do as well. They do a position set. So after the directional light, I can set its position and cast shadow through. The default is false, but my object already has a shadow. Let's add these. Okay, I think we got some error. Light is not defined. Because it's directional light. Okay. Did that make any difference? I don't see it personally. Probably the position makes a difference, but I don't know about the cast shadow through. Let's try adjusting the position. Alright, so yeah, this is a bit better. Maybe 4, 3, 2, 1. So I like it a bit at the front. And then probably we can turn down the intensity. Or not. At the back is very dark, so can we do 0.5. Yes, we can. But still the back is very dark. This I believe is how high is it? There's a 5. Yep, something like that. 5, 1. What is this? I think I need a debugger, so 3JS light debugger. Directional light helper, so I can see where my light actually is. It has to be directional light in here. I get it, okay. So if we start again from 0 and 0, that's kind of strange to me because the light is behind the hand, but it's illuminating the front. What happens if I do 10, for example? Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. And also 10. Yeah. I want something like that actually. This seems kind of good right now. Maybe a bit more to the top, so 15. And what does this is left and right, so 5. Yeah, I don't think I want to move that, so I'll leave it at 0. What about this one to 5? Yeah, I think this will be good for now until we understand which bone is where and how to contract it. For the people that just joined, I'm making a 3D rock paper scissors game. So here is the to-do list I have. So we added the cast shadow and so on. I'm just curious what those do, although right now I'm happy with how the light is turning out. The bare minimum is done, so let's see. Instead of light I need directional light. Let me see what those do, because I'm just curious, although we probably don't need them. Yeah, whatever they do. It seems like those are the default ones. So can we do 1024? What's that going to do? Yeah, I'm not sure what these do. Okay. Anyways. Next they just add spheres and so on and so forth. For the floor I also want to cast shadows on the floor, but I think it's not so important at the moment. I think the more important thing is getting the arm to contract, as in make a fist for the rock. Sorry guys. Alright. And how I'm doing that is I'm traversing the hand to find bones. I'm doing it here. So I've got this model that is called rigged arms.gob. I've added it into my project and it's one I found on Sketchfab, so I didn't do it myself. And the thing is that the creator didn't name the bones. He just used random names like bone 12, bone 13 and so on. So it's kind of hard at the moment to determine which bone is which and which bone needs to contract. I've used Blender before, but yeah, it's still a bit confusing to me. Let me get the camera a little bit closer. Maybe 10. Okay. So I'm also not sure which one is the thumb and which one is the pinky, but I believe this is the thumb. So the first thing we have to do is I'll comment this out and first actually we need to turn the hand sideways. So we need this hand to be like this so we can start the rock paper scissors. So this thumb needs to be on top, but it has to be rotated. So right now currently it's in the right position, but we need to turn it like sideways, so it's like that. What if I comment this out? Nope. Huh. So we need to turn it somehow. Is there a 3GS rotation helper? Okay. Stack Overflow is offline. That's good. I'm curious if we can ask ChatGPT. Let me just comment this out for a second. I have a hand model in 3.js website. It's currently pointing upwards with the thumb on the left. How do I position it horizontally, pointing to the left with the thumb on top? Let's see if it's going to give me anything. You're probably not going to be able to see from the camera, but I'll show you if it spits out anything meaningful. Right, so it says certainly to reorient your 3D model, you need to adjust the model's rotation. No shit, Sherlock. X-axis. Okay. So the Z needs to be minus math pi 2. I don't know if that's the same thing as we did. Okay. The thumb position, so the X right here. Sorry guys, I'm kind of sick in the morning. Rotate Y needs to be... He's using hand model dot rotation dot Y. I'm using dot rotate Y. I'm not sure if it's an issue or not. Let's see. So he got it to where I got it basically. fine tuning. So let me try exactly how he did it. With the rotation, to see if that makes any difference. Okay. So the Pomodoro is up. I'll take a break in a minute. The rotation Z is minus mod pi divided by 2, and the rotation X is mod pi divided by 2. So let's see if that makes any difference at all. Not quite. Alright. I'll quickly tell him that so yeah, I don't know which one is the thumb, but let's say this one is the thumb. I'll copy this with these settings. The hand is pointing in the right direction, but it's oriented horizontally, and the fingers and the thumb is pointing forward instead of up. See, this is why I tell you AI sucks. This is the new one, the O1 preview that should think more and so on. And it's giving me exactly the same code. Ah no, sorry. Reset the position. Yeah, I don't think this is going to make a difference. It doesn't. Write something else. Apply rotations one at a time. So now the Y has to be minus. This is the X, and this is the Z. No rotation, okay. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick break because the Pomodoro is up. It's going to be 5 minutes and I'll be right back with you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll be right back after 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back, boys. So, we were dealing with ChatGPT, the thing that is going to replace me. And it's making me confused. Why do you need to set rotation order? No, brother. Let's try this one. Still not. What is up, Apex? Thank you for tuning in. I think we'll have to check the documentation. But the part with the rotation from documentation I couldn't really understand. Like it just points you to here. How to rotate an object properly. Yeah. Seems output. Yeah. I'm trying to make a 3D rock paper scissors game, but yeah, the rotation part is what I got stuck yesterday, so I'm continuing from where I left off. I need to flip it basically from here. So if I can get it kind of like, you won't be able to see it from the... I cannot rotate it further. Anyways, I have to flip it. And what if I do like math multiply? Nope. -2. Nope. Not this one. So it should be this one, the Z one, isn't it? Kind of. If I do minus here and minus here, is going to be like, I didn't put minuses right, they'll cancel out each other, yeah. If I put mod pi here. Alright, I think this is what I wanted to do. Because if I'm interpreting it correctly, the thumb is on top now, if that's the thumb. So this is good. Is there any point of this line being here? Yes, there is, as I can see. Okay. Let me remove all these comments, I don't need them. This I fully lucked out here. This is 100% luck, no skill. I just tried a whole different method. Where's the rotation now? This is a rotation set, not a position. Alright, I needed the position. Computer hand dot position dot set. Is that right? 0, 2, 2. Yes, so I need this at 2 and where did it go? Nope, 0. This one probably 5. Where is it going, man? I did 50. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, basically, yeah, this is what I was looking for. Did you model the hand in Blender, bro? No, I got it from Sketchfab, and this is kind of the problem because I downloaded this model and whoever made it didn't name the bones, so the bones are kind of random. They're named like bone 1, bone 2 and so on, so I don't know exactly which ones I have to contract in order to make the fist, for example. And this is the next thing we're going to be working on, just mapping out which bone is which and then contracting them to make the fist. Right now I'm pretty happy because the hand is basically kind of in the right position for the computer. It's pointing the way we want it, and right now we just have to traverse the bones one by one. And can't you import the model in Blender and rename the bones? Probably I can, and it would be much easier, and probably I can also make the animations in Blender and just import them for the fist and so on, but I don't have Blender installed and I haven't worked with it since a long time ago. My computer isn't even that good to render stuff. I know we're not going to render it, but yeah, I don't have it installed and I don't want to learn Blender. I just want to do this thing. I'll see if I can do it entirely in 3JS and just handle problems in JavaScript rather than in the 3D software. I'll just see if I'll be able to problem solve entirely in JavaScript. Exactly, it's hard and it's demanding on the computer, which my computer is, I believe now it's 8 years old or something. It's not that modern anymore. So this is one thing to get out of the to-do list, and I'm currently learning Vue and Next. Maybe I'll touch 3JS soon. Cool. Do you enjoy Vue? And Next I think is like Next.js for React, but Next is for Vue. Is that the case? Okay. So right here we are rotating the bones. Next is for SSR and Vue is for SPA. Makes life a lot easier. Perfect, good. Glad you like it. What are you building currently? Are you building any projects? Alright, so let's start with bone 0. Alright, bone 0 is at the root, as I can see. Probably I'll have to get like a notepad or text editor. Okay, I don't need this. So bone 0 is the index or the root. I don't need it. Let's check bone 1. Also don't need 2. Alright, 2 is at the wrist. So index 2 is at the wrist. The second one, I don't think I'm going to need it. Fifth one is like the thumb root, I believe. Let me see the fourth. See, that's where it gets a little confusing, because the fourth one is rotating, the third one is rotating in one direction, and the fourth one is in a completely different one. Let me check the fifth. So probably I have to rotate them. Yeah, the thumb is going to be a little bit strange. So I'm going to skip over it for now and just do the other ones. And I'll do it finally, because even if you make a fist in real life, the thumb is at the top. You don't first contract the thumb and then the other fingers around it, you do the thumb last. So do it with the other fingers first. Yeah, this is amazing. 7. Alright, so I think I'm going to need to move it in the Y direction. No, Z. Yeah. So Z but minus equals 1. So bone 7. Bone 7 is the index root, index finger. Bone 8, I believe, will be the next one. Okay. We're kind of beginning to form a fist. This may be a bit too much. Let me do it one. Let's see, bone 9. Yep, something like that, indeed. Okay. Bone 10. Bone 11 I need, I think. Now, why is that? Why do I have to turn them in different directions? I am not sure. We can do a little comment here so I don't forget. So this will be index finger to be middle finger. I didn't start the Pomodoro. I just remember. $12. And now I think I need 13. Okay. We're kind of getting there. And I think we're doing something like that, but we also need to, if you know what I'm saying, I don't know how to explain it. So this is the middle finger. This one, I don't remember how it's called in English. Ah, the ring finger, of course. Okay, so let's try bone 14. This probably we also need to move, but only a little bit. We'll take care of this later. Let's try 15. And this one also needs to be moved on the z-axis, I believe. And this one is positive now. The first one was z-axis but negative, and this one is on the positive now. It's very confusing why I need to do it like that. Let me do ring finger. So 16 and 17. Okay. And let's check out 18. 19. So this one is also moving correctly. Like the previous one. So let's do 20 and 21. 20 and 21. Okay. And this is pinky finger. Now they are not fully contracted, so let me try to do this, see if it will be better. No, we go overboard here. So let's do 1.5, 1.5 and 1.5. Alright, this is kind of better, kind of not. Maybe if we do here. .3, something like this. 1.3. Okay, let's do the thumb now. So I got a little bit better understanding. We can actually make those into their separate functions. So if you want to contract a single finger, we can make this into a function and just call it, and then call it like contract pinky, contract ring finger, and so on. So let's do the thumb. It wasn't 1, 2, nope, 3, Okay, this is like the base of the thumb. I think we have to move it a little bit. And let's try to contract the next one. So bones 4. Okay, kind of. Here it's all getting fucked up, but yeah, I'm not able to fix that at the moment. We'll just roll with it. Okay, kind of. What is bone 6? We don't need bone 6 at the moment. I mean, maybe we do, but it will be at the index finger and it will be less than that. Like 0.3. But no, I'll not use it at the moment. We're kind of doing this right now. And we also need those ones to contract. Or at least the thumb doesn't have to be like exactly like that. Yeah, maybe something like this. But then it's really tricky to get it into a fist. Okay. Kind of like this, but 0.5. And maybe this into 2. Nope. Let me do 0.3, see what happens. Something like this. What if we do X on those? Nope. X on here. I think I know where one of the issues is, and it's that we're doing one direction per bone and we can actually move a bone in all 3 directions. Especially for the thumb, I think we need this. But yeah, I'll just leave it ugly at the moment. The more important thing is we get the logic right. -1. Nope. 5. Something like that, I guess. Alright, so if we say this is the fist, it's a pretty good fist in my opinion. Right, if we say this is the fist, let me remove this, make a function to make a fist. So outside of the renderer function, I'll make here a new function, make fist, and then I'll put all those into there. Let me do the thumb. Okay, Control X, get it out of here and into the function. So right now, if I save it, we have to call it from somewhere. And I'm not sure if we should. No, we will not call it from loading the arm, but from the animate, I believe. So after the renderer, if we can call make fist, no, that doesn't work. Before the renderer, make fist, because after that it's going to render. Nope. What is the issue? Can't read properties of undefined. Wow, okay. Alright, I'll put it at here for right now. And it makes a fist. Kind of an ugly fist, but still makes a fist. 3JS animate rotation, for example. I think I'm going to ask ChatGPT. I think it's going to be faster. So I found out a way to make a fist with the hand I imported. So I'm just going to paste this in. The thing is, it makes a fist instantly, and I want to make it an animation. So let's see what he's going to say. Probably something I'll need like keyframes for it, but I still haven't gone down that rabbit hole. So certainly to animate your hand model, forming a fist smoothly over time, you can interpolate the rotations of the bones instead of setting them instantly. One of the easiest ways to achieve smooth animation in 3JS is by using a twinning library like GSAP. GSAP is powerful, easy to use, and works seamlessly with 3JS. Below, I'll guide you through steps to animate the hand forming of fists using GSAP and provide code examples. Alright. So seems like I have to import a library, and I'm just curious if we cannot do it in 3JS directly, because I can see there are keyframes here. So keyframe track. I'm just going to ask, can I do it with not dop it, do it. Oops. I cannot send it. Cancel. Send. Yes, you can absolute your animate your hand model using vanilla 3GS without relying on external libraries. Like GSAP 3GS provides built-in tools for creating smooth animations. Alright. So prepare your model, ensure that your hand model is loaded and that you have access to the bones array. I have, yes. Okay, create keyframe tracks for the bone rotations you want to animate. You specify the times and corresponding rotation values, so he adds those classes from the library, initializes a new animation mixer for the hand model, define animation from 0 to 1 second, so the whole animation I believe will take 1 second. Function to create a quaternion from, yeah, I'm butchering this so much. So whatever those things are. Create keyframe tracks for each bone. Example for bone 3. Yeah, to be honest, I believe the GSAP library was easier. So let's follow that. Encoded via CDN, or if you're using modules you can import it. I am using modules, so import GSAP. Modify your code to use GSAP for animation, so instead of setting bone rotations, animate rotation. Okay, so the original code is that, right? This is the original code for the thumb. And to animate the thumb now, let's try this one. Right, let's see how this will work. It doesn't work because I haven't imported, I haven't added as a dependency, I believe. So void GSAP or void add GSAP. Remove GSAP import and use CDN. Alright, so let's try the other options with the CDN. So remove this import and add it to the index. right here. Ah, look at this, guys. Holy, did you see that? Ah, it's animating. Wow, that's so cool. This is so cool. Okay, let me grab everything from here. Okay. The indents are all wrong. Anyways. Let me just indent them the right amount because it's bothering me. If I can, of course. Oh my days. There you go. I'll just do them like that, it's faster. Okay, so are you ready for this? What is happening? Unexpected identifier O 96. Right. Okay, so are you ready now? Yo, this is so cool. So the duration is 1 for everything. Let's try to make it 0.5 to see if that will work. I can see there is only one duration property, so 0.5. Yes. So that's more responsive, I like it. And alright, that's so cool, man. Make a function to make a fist, indeed. Now he gave me another function to reset the hand. To keep your code where you can create functions for each gesture, right? And he's using the duration here. Okay, so that's even easier. Okay, resetting the hand position before animating to a new gesture. You may want to reset the hand to a neutral or open position. Create a function that animates the bones back to their original rotations. So I believe this is going to be a good one to have, but after you play a game of rock paper scissors, you don't go like that neutrally. You do rock paper scissors 1 2 3, for example, and you return back to the fist. So the fist is kind of your default position. But anyways, we got the fist working, so I'm going to bother with this later. As you can see, it's retracting. I'm so proud of this. But yeah, now we have to make the paper and the scissors sign, so I can remove this out of the to-do. How much time do I have left? So alright, so I got a couple of seconds left and I have to take a break. I started the timer a little bit later, so I've even worked more than 25 minutes. But yeah, this is how far we are currently of making the 3D rock paper scissors game. And when I come back, we're going to make the paper sign and the scissor sign. And that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm very excited. Alright, I'm taking a break, and in 5 minutes I'll be right back. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright boys, I'm back. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm so excited. Now, I'm going to start this timer and I thought about something. I thought how are we going to move the hand, for example, if the last round the computer chose, for example, paper and we need to move it into a scissors, or if you choose rock and we need to move it into a scissors, like we'll have to make different functions from rock to scissors, for example, or paper to scissors, and I figured out we're going to use the rock state as the default state. So in the beginning, when you load the game, the fist is going to contract like that, and every state is going to start from the rock. So you do rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and then when the computer chooses either rock, paper, or scissors, is going to retract back into a rock, so we can shake it again, rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and so on. So the fist is going to be the default state, and we're going to use that. And now when we're making the paper, I'll make a new function. I'll make a new function like that, and it's going to be make paper, and it's basically going to be the opposite of the fist. So we're going to use the one from ChatGPT to open the hand, and I think this is going to be enough. We can maybe turn the hand a little bit, but let's see if that's working first. Okay. And make paper after that. We're going to call it after the make fist. So the use duration equals 0.5. So make paper, then after we can call it after, what is it? What is the make fist one? There you go. So make paper after that. Let's see if that works. Alright, seems like it didn't. 0.5. Nope. So I'm going to use that instead of the duration to see if that will fix it, instead of putting duration right here. So here, and I fucked it up already. So like that. And for the other ones. Okay. I have one more place to go. Right, so will that work? No. We don't open the hand. And why is that? Original rotations. I don't think it works that way. It says original rotations. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work that way. So we just kind of have to reverse it. Before start animation, you should store the original rotations of each bone so that you can reset them later. Or instead of original rotations, can you make the open hand function do the opposite of make fist? I can probably do this myself, but it will take a while just to calculate everything, and I already know what to do and how it has to be done. But this is just a tedious thing. Alright, but it didn't use GSAP to make the animation. It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep, I just need can you only output the code needed to reverse that into an open GSAP. There you go. Yeah, so he's just reversing the symbols here. Thumb, index, middle, ring, pinky, right. I think we have them all. Okay. Big paper. And now if we save it, alright, it's turning the opposite direction now. Although we make a fist before that. What if? Nope, still doesn't work. Do you have any errors? No. And if we comment this out, my paper here, it won't recognize it. Properties of undefined rotation. Maybe I have to put it after the render and then render it again or something like that. No, still not. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. makes a fist. After that, is there a way to make like a delay? And also we don't want it to make a fist in the opposite direction, we just want it to like be a normal hand open. So let me jump to here again. When I go make fist and then make paper, the hand I'm asking if there is a way to add delay between the two functions. It's taking him a while. Alright, so yes, you can add a delay between the make fist and make paper animations using GSAP's timeline functionality or the GSAP delayed call method. This will ensure that the hand completes the fist animation before starting the paper. Additionally, the issue where the hand contracts the opposite direction may be due to the cumulative rotations or overlapping animations, but properly sequencing the animations and resetting rotations can prevent uninitiated movements. Here is how you can modify the code to add a delay between the animations and ensure they run smoothly. So, store the original rotations. First, store the original rotations of the bones when the model is loaded. This allows you to reset the hand to its initial position to avoid cumulative rotation issues. Okay. Modify make fist and make paper functions to use GSAP timeline and target bones rotations relative to their original values. So instead of using GSAP to bones, we need TL to bones. How do you make the timeline? Timeline GSAP add timeline, animate fist, add a delay after the fist, make paper. Okay. Let's do this delayed call first because it's 10 times easier to see if it works or not. We'll add a delayed call after 1 second. Make paper here, does it have to be a function or not? See, that was like 10 times easier. Alright. And do we have to add this time here? Yes, probably. Okay, we'll figure out how to make it into a game, because right now it's just an animation. Okay, but it makes a paper. And now, can we make it into a fist again? And then make scissors. Delete, go, make fist. With an uppercase F. Okay. So, probably 2 seconds. Right. So I kind of get what's happening here. If we do it 1 second, it will start from the fist and contract it even more. So the default rotations, I think we have to set those up. But they have to be the fist, not the open hand. So before we do that, I've done the paper sign, so we have to do the scissors now. And it's going to be pretty much the same as make paper, but only some of them are going to retract. So we need to expand the index and the middle finger, and the other ones will not use, I believe. So make scissors, animate index and middle finger, and those we also don't need. So make scissors, and here let's wait 3 seconds now and make scissors. Okay. Right. Yo, this is pretty cool. I like this a lot. This is cool, man. I'll wait for 4 seconds and make a fist. Okay. Alright. So now the make fist doesn't work because it's already contracted those fingers and the thumb. So I think we have to make like as ChatGPT said, default position. After loading the bones. Right. I want the fist to So I've asked it that I want the fist to be the original positions that all other positions will start from. So let's see how we define that, so we can not make fist but return it to the original position. Probably we have to make something like right here, set original rotation or something like that, but we'll see now. Time is flying by. Adjust your code and other gestures that will make the first pose the original rotation of the hand model, and then create functions to animate from the fist to the other gestures. Okay. Like this is the function for the make fist basically, but right, y -1, z -1.3 and so on. Like this is exactly how we make a fist, but at the end it just sets for each bone the original position, the original rotations. So we can probably just do that at the end. The thing is, every time we call make fist, it would set an it will set the bones position each time, but we'll figure out how to take care of it. So bones dot for each bone index arrow function original rotations. I hope it doesn't hallucinate, and original rotations is an actual function. So x is bone dot rotation dot x. Come on. Okay, and for the other ones is relatively y and z. Why do I need a comma here? I don't know, but I'm going to leave it. Right, after we set it up, create gesture functions. Let me just see if that works now. It doesn't. It just right. Reference error, original rotations is not defined. It's hallucinating, as I was concerned. So this is not something we can actually use, the original rotations. Has not been declared or initialized. So it's not a function, it's an array to store these positions. Alright, that makes sense. I think it said it in the beginning actually to do that, but who is there to listen? Wait, let me do it again. Okay, scissors. Nope. So I need to make a fist the first time so it can animate it, and then I need to return to original position. So I'll use that to make a new function that's called make original, and this is just going to let me see how to set it to the original positions. Make paper. There you go. So the reset to fist this name actually makes more sense, so I'm going to use that. So we can use this now rather than calling make fist each time. We can use a reset to fist, and this should now reset the hands without the fingers going into the hand like they do now. So let's see, make fist. Okay, yeah, not quite what we expected, of course. We make paper and then we reset it to fist. Let me see it again. We make a fist reset to paper and then we don't go to the fist. So there is something wrong with that. I'm going to take a break because the Pomodoro is up. I'm going to write the comment to reset to fist doesn't contract the hand. Alright. So I'm going to take a quick break, and when I'm back we're going to work on this. Alright, thanks so much for staying with me, guys. I really appreciate you. I'll be right back in 5 minutes. Thanks so much.